You are officially recording.
Okay. It is now 4:07 p.m. I intend on finishing at 4:17 p.m. My name is Amber and I will be your moderator. Today we're going to be talking about several different topics, including makeup, diet, and animals. I want to start by laying down some guidelines for the focus group. This is a very informal and relaxed, open discussion. Everyone should feel comfortable to share their honest and candid opinions. There are no right or wrong answers, just simply varying opinions. I encourage you all to discuss with one another, but please allow one person to finish their full thought before you respond. My role as the moderator is to guide the conversation and keep it on track, and I will be taping this discussion, as you are already aware of. Question number 1. Could you all go around and state your name and where you are from?
I'm Lauren, and I'm from Fresno.
I'm Jen, and I'm from Newport Beach, California.
And I'm Natasha from Fullerton, California.
So, ladies, how many days a week do you wear makeup?
Probably almost every day, maybe like 5 or 6 days out of the week.
I would say every day. It's pretty rare when I don't wear makeup. I mean, I guess if I'm not leaving my house, then I might not wear makeup, but most of the time I do.
I would say probably 6 to 7 days a week, some sort of makeup is going on.
So would you consider makeup a daily routine, like an essential part of your daily routine?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes.
Could you go around and tell me what are some of your favorite brands of makeup, just to clarify?
So I use Revlon eyeliner and Revlon mascara and then Revlon lip gloss. So those are the 3 things that I use.
I use Too Faced eyebrow gel. I use Stila eyeshadow and MAC eyeshadow. I use Benefit contouring kit. I use, gosh, I'd have to go through my makeup drawer. I use a lot of different products from a lot of different lines, and I'm constantly playing around with foundation and figuring out which foundation I like best.
I also don't like that. I can never find a foundation that I like. I use a lot of Laura Mercier, Too Faced, Urban Decay, Stila. I recently got into Rihanna's new beauty line, Fenty, and then I use a lot of like drugstore brands. So like I use NYX and probably like CoverGirl. I'd say those.
Okay. So when you're shopping for makeup, besides the brand, the price, and obviously your matching shade, what other qualities do you look for?
I think it depends on what it is, but for like, say like lipstick or like foundation, I want something that I can just like put on at the beginning of the morning and know that it will be there at the end of the day when I get off work. Like wear is really important to me because I don't want to have to like reapply throughout the day. I just want to do it one time and be done with it.
I want something high quality. I have relatively sensitive skin, which means that when I love trying new makeup, but that's always a risk because if I try something and then it makes me break out, or I found this new contouring blush and then all where I put it, I actually had a breakout, and so. It's like you live with that for a couple of weeks just because you tried a new product. So I'm really interested in things that I know get high reviews for people with sensitive skin and wear as well.
So I don't wear a foundation, so I'm not familiar with those and how they work. But in terms of eyeliner, I need something that's going to stay on the whole entire day. So because I'm always on the go, I don't really have time to keep on reapplying or lip gloss or whatnot. So something definitely the quality and how long lasting it is.
Do you guys tend to pay attention to the ingredients used in your makeup? Or is it more so the benefits of the makeup?
It's definitely the benefits. I probably should pay attention to the ingredients more because I know that some of the things that they put in them are terrible. And I think like within the last year, I've been a little more cautious about it or trying to look at it. But yeah, I definitely don't pay attention to that.
I completely agree. I have no idea what's in my makeup, which is horrible, but it's more the benefits of whatever that makeup is.
Yep, I agree. I don't think I've ever really looked into the ingredients that are going into my makeup. If I was to hear that a brand had something bad or they were animal testing, maybe I'd steer away from them. But I definitely don't go looking for a specific ingredient.
Okay, so shifting gears a little bit, are any of you ladies vegan or vegetarian?
I'm like a little bit kind of like I don't eat red meat, I don't eat turkey, I don't eat dairy products. I still eat chicken and I still eat eggs, but it's like a weird combination of things.
I was vegetarian about 10 years ago for about a year. It's definitely something that I admire, but I'm not currently vegetarian or vegan.
I am neither vegetarian nor vegan, but I do not eat red meat. So I'll do chicken, turkey, and fish, but no, essentially my rule is no mammals.
Okay, so after hearing a little bit more about your kind of different diets, is there a reason why you stay away from mammals or a reason why you were vegetarian?
Well, I can speak to why I chose to become vegetarian. It was primarily just kind of being socially and aware and conscious of what we're doing to our planet. And when you start investigating, the practices in the meat industry, you realize that you can get a great healthy diet without doing that. So that's why I did it. And also animals are adorable.
For me, I felt bad for the mammals, to be honest, and then trying to be a little bit more health conscious. I've seen that my iron count has lowered since I eliminated red meat, but I try to kind of supplement that elsewhere, but definitely feeling bad for the mammals.
I would say mine's probably kind of along those same lines. I was vegan for a month just to see like what it was like and how my body responded to it. But I also found that I got like really hungry, so I started slowly introducing more. Like that's when I reintroduced chicken and things like that. But definitely from like an environmental perspective, and then also just like if you like watch videos about the animals and stuff like that, they know like what's happening to them, and that really makes me sad. So just all of that combined.
So after hearing a little bit more about that, would you consider yourselves animal lovers?
100% yes. I love most all animals, and yeah, I'm an animal lover for sure.
Yes, I agree.
Yep, same boat.
How do you guys feel about animal byproducts then?
Well, I'd prefer them not to. But I realize that that sort of sounds hypocritical, saying as though I earlier said I didn't check the ingredients in my makeup. So obviously, I think, obviously it's something that if it were in front of my face, like this makeup product doesn't have any animal byproducts, I'd feel better about wearing it or consuming, or regardless of makeup, but, any product, if it said, oh, this doesn't have animal byproduct, I'd feel better about that.
Yeah, agreed.
I agree.
So if I told you that some of the brands you listed earlier test on animals and also contain a heavy amount of animal byproduct, how would you feel?
I would feel so bad. Oh my God.
Like a bad person.
Yeah.
I would feel awful because I probably wouldn't change because I really like my products.
Okay, well, that is the end of my list of questions. If you guys have any more comments or anything else closing statements that you would like to put out there, now is the time to do it. So anyone?
Are you allowed to tell us what brands? Like, I'm just curious what brands I use that are tested on animals.
MAC is one that tests on animals and also contains animal byproducts. I believe that they contain animal bones. And then also a lot of brands use rat poop, or no, sorry, not rat poop, bat poop in their lipsticks.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, MAC for sure does in their lipsticks. And a lot of drugstore brands do as well.
Okay.
Fenty is one that they are vegan and cruelty free.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Brianna.
Yeah, good job, Brianna.
I could go broke.
Well, thank you, ladies, for participating in the focus group. As stated, I wanted to end at 4:17. It is now 4:18. So I will pass this along to the next moderator.
Great. I'm going to record our session, and then I'm individually, and then I'll send them.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so stopping it.
Awesome. And then, Lauren, you're echoing.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know what to do. I'll turn off the microphone.
Okay, I think we're good now.
But I think she...
Testing?
Yep, we're good.
Okay.
Sorry, I said it was good and she didn't even talk, and you're like, you didn't test yet.
Okay, so stop.
Just to double check, don't we have to submit one whole thing for all of us?
I'm recording something right now with Snagit.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just trying to figure out how to individually. Okay, well, I'll name these all later and then send them to you guys.
Thank you, by the way.
But like, I know that, when we're writing our papers, we might just want one of, just to be able to listen to ours, not the whole thing. Okay, so I am next. So I've started my recording. So just so you guys know, this is being recorded both in an auditory and a video setting. My name is Lauren, and I'm here to talk to you guys all about your social media use. And I would like this session to be approximately 10 minutes. And I'm just trying to gauge how you guys currently use social media and how you feel like other people use social media. So we're going to go ahead and start with just kind of a general icebreaker question. So if you wouldn't mind just saying your name, introducing yourself, and then if you could tell me what your favorite social media platform is to use.
I'm Jen, and I would say my two actually favorites would be Instagram and Snapchat.
I'm Amber, and my favorite social media would probably be Instagram.
I'm Natasha, and my favorite would also be Instagram.
Okay, thanks, guys. So you've stated your favorite social media use, or your media platform to use, rather. But what are all of the social media platforms that you use? If you guys could just go and name, just off the top of your head, all the ones that you check on a regular basis or interact with on a regular basis.
I would say Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter.
For me, it would be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube. Yeah.
For me, it would be Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat.
So why do you guys use some platforms over others?
Some of them I just like better. I like what they deliver. Like, I like Instagram as just photos. I'm a very visual person, so I like that there's not a lot of text and I can just scroll through a bunch of different photos.
For me, I kind of want to become, build a platform for myself on social media, so you kind of have to use all of them. So I guess that's why I use all of them. But if I wasn't trying to do that, then I probably would eliminate Twitter, just because I like seeing photos versus reading a whole bunch of text.
For me, Instagram is very low energy because you can just scroll through and click. Facebook, it tends to be a lot of people writing or sharing articles, and I don't necessarily have a lot of time to read those. And then as for Twitter, I just don't have any friends who use it. It just didn't stick with my group of friends, so I haven't really used it.
So that kind of is part of my next part of this question. Do you guys feel like most of the time you stick to a social media that your peer group is also on? And do you feel like some social, and piggybacking off that, do you feel like some social media platforms are definitely generational? Like the majority of, a certain type of generation or social economic class, or those who fall in line with a certain political belief tend to gravitate towards a social media platform.
So I would say that it kind of depends. I think that as more social media platforms have come out, things have kind of become more generational, because when I first went to college, Facebook was brand new and only for college students. And that was the basis of its appeal. Now it's completely different, and everyone can go on Facebook. Parents are on Facebook, grandparents are on Facebook, and I feel like a lot of the younger generation has now left Facebook, and it's become a generational thing, whereas it didn't used to be that way. So I would say that some of them definitely are. And then I don't remember what your other question was. I'm sorry.
Sorry, it was probably too layered. Are you the social media platform that you like? Are you on it because your peers are on it, or?
Yes, on it because of my peers, but also sadly, I love to follow celebrities and athletes and stuff like that on Instagram and see what they're posting and see their photos. So I would say that that's definitely part of it for me.
Yeah, for me, the social medias I'm on are because my friends are on it for sure. And I definitely agree. I feel like it's kind of like the party is always fun until the parents show up. So that's what happened on Facebook, because it was very cool to have a Facebook. I think I was in either high school. I think I was in high school when I made my Facebook. So a lot of people had one because it was kind of the new MySpace.
Oh my God.
And then once parents started making Facebooks, then grandparents started making them, and it said, okay, time to transition to a new one. Mm-hmm. So everyone moved to Twitter. And from there, everyone moves to Instagram. So it's kind of you go with the flow of your friends.
Okay, great. So how much time do you spend on social media?
Hour.
Yeah, I'd say about an hour.
In a given day, I guess. Sorry, I should have put parameters on that.
Probably about an hour.
For me, sorry, go ahead, Jen.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Oh, for me, I don't sit on social media and just stay there for a long time. It kind of seems to be opening the refrigerator and seeing what's in there and then coming back and seeing if anything's changed. So I'm kind of constantly going, but probably if you added up all my time, probably an hour or two, to be honest.
Yeah, I want to say total social media uses for all my platforms. If I had to count it up in a day, maybe 3 to 4 hours.
So how much of that time do you spend adding original content or posting?
Not much. I'm usually looking at other people versus posting something myself.
Yeah, I'm not posting too much.
I post all the time. I spend most of my day creating content and then posting it. So I guess that's where all those hours come from, because on a simple 2-minute video, I'll spend 4 hours making it.
Are you guys looking at strangers, or are you looking at the majority of your social media feeds, your friends, or is it a combo?
It's usually my followers, definitely.
I like to look at the celebrities. Sometimes there's blogging moms and whatnot on Instagram, or fashion figures. So for that, I can use that for inspiration on putting together outfits or whatnot. But yeah, it's just mostly celebrities or my friends who I'm looking at.
Yeah, I think I maybe follow one celebrity, and then the rest are my friends.
So how do you guys, for those of you that post, how do you guys decide what to post? Do you guys anticipate things that are social media worthy, or is that decision planned out in advance, or is that decision something that's kind of made in the moment?
I would say it's a little of both. Sometimes, like something, somewhere, something happens. I'm like, oh yeah, this would definitely be cool to post on Instagram. Sometimes I know I'm gonna be like doing something in a couple weeks, and I'm thinking ahead already. Like, okay, that's definitely going on Instagram because that's something that's exciting, and people are gonna want to see it. Also, sometimes like random food trends that happen, like I'll know that like, oh, people are gonna want to see this on Instagram. Like when there was the rainbow bagel, or like the crazy milkshakes and things like that. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know I'm gonna post that when I go there.
For me, it's basically if I take a picture, I do like to take a lot of pictures with friends to document stuff. So if it turns out that it ends up being a really cute picture and or whatever for an event, a special event, then I'll be posting that one. So I don't necessarily plan unless I know it's, you know, it's a wedding or going out of town, and then I know, okay, well, probably gonna have to share some pictures on social media.
Yeah, I would say mine's like kind of a combination of the both. Like sometimes you'll snap a pic and be like, wait, this is IG worthy, and so you'll post it up. But for me, like I guess I plan stuff out. So if I know like it's gonna be the first day of fall, if I take a photo that looks like very autumn like, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna post that on the first day of fall.
Do you so this is a twofold question. Do you get anxiety, or do you worry that people aren't going to like your posts? Or if you share something and it doesn't get a lot of attention, do you wish you wouldn't have shared that post?
No, not really. I mean, if people like it, they like it. If they don't, I still like it. So I don't really care that much.
For me, sometimes I'll be like, oh, this is a super cute picture, and then I'll post it and nobody will really like it. I'll be like, oh, was it really that cute? But shouldn't really think to care what people think, but they do.
Yeah, I guess I'd want to say that like I'm just like I'm gonna post what I want, but like you know, for at least for me, I post something, especially if it's a video of me like trying to be funny and like no one likes it, then I'm like, dang, and I'll feel dumb. But if it's just a photo, then it's like, okay, whatever. But when it's like a video, you kind of expose more of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So then you just kind of feel silly if no one likes it.
Okay, and my last question, and I hit my 10 minutes, so I'll try to make this quick. How does seeing other people's social media posts and what they share make you feel? Do you guys ever feel like everyone else is doing more fun things than you are, or?
I definitely feel that way sometimes. Like, I have certain friends that are always on vacation and they're like always traveling places in Europe, and I get super jealous of them. And I'm like, oh, whatever. I wish I had your life. I'm mad at you, but I'm not really mad at them. I just kind of like feel that way. And sometimes I think that, or I like try and tell myself that we only post the good stuff anyway. So like no one's going to post that they're like sitting at home having a coffee or watching TV. So I like try and remind myself like we really only post the good things. So not everybody is living this like super extravagant life.
Yeah, piggybacking off of that, like when people look really, really great in a photo, chances are they took a couple photos
Yes.
and then they chose one. So, you know, there's the outtakes and whatnot. So just kind of keeping it realistic.
Yeah, I guess for me, like, that's, like, one of the reasons why I don't follow celebrities, or I try, like, not to follow, just because, I mean, even though they're, like, a celebrity, like, they do, like, super cool stuff, and it's like, oh, my gosh, like, I wish my life could be like that, and so I try to stay away from that kind of mindset, so I'm just like, okay, let me just, like, kind of out of sight, out of mind.
All right. Well, thank you, guys. I apologize. I went over 1 minute and 44 seconds. But does anyone have any questions or concerns?
Nope.
All right, great. Thanks, guys. I'll finish my recording.
So I'm next, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just tell me when it's recording.
You are officially recording.
Okay. So it is 4:32. I intend to be done at 4:42. I'm Jen, your moderator. Thank you for agreeing to participate in this focus group. As you know, this is being recorded. Our goal today is to learn more about your TV viewing habits and how you consume media. So to just start things off, if you could tell me your name and then the last time you watched TV. If you want, you can tell us what you watched too.
I'm Amber. The last thing I watched on TV was Netflix because I don't have cable.
I'm Lauren. I actually watched TV last night. And I was streaming on Amazon Prime this new show that's based on a podcast called Lore. So it was like a couple of episodes. They're kind of standalone little, little mystery shows on Amazon Prime.
I'm Natasha, and the last time that I watched TV was probably about 4 days ago, and it was This Is Us.
I love that show. Okay, so I was actually going to ask you guys how you watch them. If you watch them on cable, Hulu, Netflix, on demand. So it kind of seemed like you touched on that, but if you want to elaborate on that more, feel free.
So I do not have cable. I have internet, and then I have Netflix and Hulu subscription and an HBO Go account for Game of Thrones. So that's pretty much how I watch TV. I stream it.
Same here. I also don't have cable, as I mentioned. So I either watch it on Netflix or even as bad as this sounds, I'll just find it on the internet somewhere.
I mostly watch cable and then occasionally, very rarely, Netflix.
And when do you think you consume the most TV? Where are you when you watch it? Are you at home? Are you on a commute? Where is it happening?
I'm at home.
Yeah, for me, I'm at home. I don't think I ever watch TV outside of being at home.
Okay. And when you're watching a show, does it have your full attention?
No.
Why do you... if it doesn't have your full attention, why do you think that is?
Well, because nothing has my full attention, unfortunately. I'm usually on my phone, or I would have to be very, very sleepy for something to have my full attention.
Yeah, I feel like we live in the age of multitasking. So the idea of giving your full attention to one thing or one screen is just so unnatural. And I think the human attention span has shortened so much in this generation. I think it's maybe 40 seconds until you lose someone's attention. So it's super hard to just maintain focus on one thing.
I would say that when I watch a movie, or if I rent a movie, or if Game of Thrones I watch, and my husband and I sit down and we watch those when they come out on the Sunday night, which is probably the only show we do that. It has usually my full attention, unless it's a really boring episode about where it's following Jon Snow at the wall, in which case I don't.
It's hard for me to stay focused. I don't even sit through movies really well, to be honest. I kind of am an antsy person. So if something doesn't have my full attention and it's not totally compelling and exciting, I'm likely browsing on my phone.
So that actually goes into my next question. Since it doesn't have your full attention, what are you doing? You're on your phone. Are you on Facebook? Are you texting someone? Are you playing a game? What do you think it is that you're doing that keeps you from having full attention on TV?
Oh, I'm definitely on my phone. And that could be, if I get a work email or, a work text, or, got two little kids, if one of them makes noise, or, sometimes I'm on social media, or I'm browsing celebrity websites. Sometimes BuzzFeed has a really good quiz and I need to know what slice of pizza I am. So.
Yeah, kind of same. I'll either be on my phone, or now that I think about it, I'll even have the TV kind of playing when I do my hair or makeup, and I'm not even paying attention. It's just background noise. Or even when I'm cooking, I'll just have my laptop there playing something, and I'm really not paying attention to it.
Yeah, for me, it's my phone, texting, and sometimes social media.
So do you ever pay attention to the ads that you see on TV? Why don't?
That's when I have to like totally divert my focus.
Mm-hmm.
So can you recall any ad that you've seen the last time you watched TV?
So last night when I was watching Amazon Prime Lore, which I pay for that service, and I was super annoyed because before my show started, they did like a Thursday night. Apparently, Amazon is doing a Thursday night football streaming service. So, like, if you have Prime, you can stream Thursday night football games. And so an ad for that popped up, and I was super annoyed. So yes, that's the last time I remember.
I don't remember the last ad I even watched. I record things and watch them later so I can fast forward.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So then that also goes into my next question about DVRs. If you own one or if you don't own one, why do you like it or why would you want it? How often do you use it if you have it?
Well, at my old place, like when I lived with my other roommate, we had DVR there, and even like shows that like we were faithful to The Bachelor or Bachelor in Paradise. So even when a show like that would come out, we would record it and then watch it an hour later so we can fast forward through the commercials. So for that purpose, like DVR was so clutch. And the fact like we would avoid all social media just so we can essentially avoid commercials because we don't want to see like who got eliminated or anything like
that. I do not have a DVR just because I don't really own like TV. I own streaming services, which I pay extra for Hulu without commercials.
Okay.
I use a DVR just because I'm watching it later, so it's 44 minutes or whatever as opposed to watching for an hour. So it saves me time, and I don't really have the patience to sit through ads.
And for those of you that have TV-based subscriptions, which ones do you have?
So I have Netflix, I have Hulu, and HBO. That's what you're asking, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I just have Netflix.
I have Netflix, and then at home, like, because I go home pretty often, I have Frontier Communications.
And would you say that these services are worth the additional costs monthly?
Well, Netflix is, for sure. I don't know about Hulu. And Game of Thrones, yes.
Yeah, Netflix is worth it.
Yeah, it is.
And why do you choose to have some of these instead of regular cable?
Well, I guess I just didn't really find a lot on that I found myself watching regular TV. It hardly ever happened, and I had to pay a ridiculous amount of money to get the channels that I did want to watch, and so it was actually cheaper to just pay for high-speed internet and have a couple of subscription services.
Yeah, I think with TV, it's kind of like with cable, you're kind of put on the TV's time. So it's like if a show comes on at 5, like unless you record it, then say you have too many shows recorded, like you need to be there at 5 to watch it. Whereas like Netflix, it's like I want to watch your movie at 3 a.m. We could just start the movie right there and pause it when we need to, and it's more convenient.
Yeah, definitely the convenience. I can watch 10 minutes of it, come back to it, fast forward. I can watch it whenever I want. Don't have to worry about storage space on my DVR. So it's really convenient.
Okay, and then just quickly, my last question is basically about social media and how active you are and what devices you're using to go on social media.
My phone.
Yeah,
my phone and a desktop.
And in terms of how active I am on social media, well, I definitely check it multiple times a day. I don't spend long stretches on it, hardly ever, but probably cumulatively an hour a day.
So that's it for today. We discussed ad recall, we discussed subscription services, and your overall TV consumption and viewing habits. I have all the answers to the questions that I need. I appreciate you guys taking the time to speak with me. If there's anything else you want to add to the conversation that we did not get the chance to, feel free, and thank you for your time. We are good.
Officially stopped.
Okay.
All right. Just a FYI, I kind of did this from a business perspective, so that should be okay.
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Hopefully?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I don't work for an online boutique. Just a heads up. Okay. Whenever you're ready.
You are officially recording.
Awesome. So thanks everyone for joining. My name is Natasha and I'm your moderator today. I work for an online boutique company that's based out of Orange County, California. The purpose of this informal focus group is just to understand your shopping habits a little bit more and focusing on the online sector of it. So if there's anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, feel free to pass it. But other than that, it should be pretty smooth sailing. So to start off with an icebreaker, please introduce yourself with your name, where you live, and your favorite retail store.
I'm Amber. My favorite retail store would probably be Forever 21.
I'm Jen, and my favorite retail store would probably be Express.
I'm Lauren, and my favorite retail store is Target because I'm super basic.
Yes, Target's awesome.
Fantastic. And I failed to mention I started at 442 and I intend on ending at 452. So we're just going to talk a little bit about brand loyalty. So in a sentence or two, can you please explain what brand loyalty means to you?
To me, brand loyalty means that you as the customer continually go back to that store because you might like their quality, you might like their prices, their style, whatever it is. You are loyal to that store. So even if there are very similar stores, you will choose whatever store that you favor over them.
I would say that's kind of exactly how I see it too.
Yeah, I agree. Brand loyalty is something in which you continually choose the same thing over and over, mainly for loyalty to that product or brand or store. Sometimes you choose it even if it's more expensive. Sometimes you choose it even in the face of something better or cheaper coming out and being an option.
Fantastic. So I did ask you earlier what your favorite retail store is. Which stores do you enjoy shopping at, either in person or online? So any of the stores. If you could just name a couple.
I buy the majority of my stuff on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon's definitely like one of my favorite places. Also, Fashion Nova, they do have like brick and mortar stores, but they mainly blew up like online. So even if I do see like the store in person, I like will go in and find something I like and then go buy it online.
I would say I'm definitely old school and I like to actually go to the store. So I like going to like sports apparel stores like Nike, just like a big major sports apparel store in general, Express, Forever 21, Old Navy, Target. I like going to the store.
Great. And if you didn't already touch on it, why do you choose to shop at these stores? Is it because it's convenient? Is it because you just like you're loyal to the brand? What's the reason for it that you go to those stores?
I would say convenience. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Finish.
Okay. I would say convenience, the prices. There's also some brand loyalty associated with it. I've gone to these same stores for like the last 10 years. I feel like I just will continue to go to them. Those three things, definitely. In general, I also tend to like the style of their clothes. They fit me well. And so once I find something like that, I'll go back.
I definitely use Amazon for convenience. It's really easy if I remember that I need something to just quickly buy it. I have Prime, so it shows up, the next day or two. When they added same day shopping, that made it really convenient. I love Target, although it's dangerous because I'll go for one thing and then leave, $300 later. Especially with their seasonal clothing. And for clothing, you didn't really ask this, but I primarily use Stitch Fix recently. So in the last year and a half. So that's really cut back on my going to stores with just clothes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sorry. I kind of the same reasons that they already said. I go to the same places because you're familiar with it. And for me, it's all about being familiar and comfortable with where I'm shopping.
Great. So what factors would either encourage you or discourage you from making an online purchase? Would it be the ease of shopping, your time restrictions, that there's a better selection online or in person? What's guiding you one way or the other in terms of online shopping?
So the biggest concern for me when online shopping is how fast can they get it to me? I'm usually an impulse buyer. So that's why I love Amazon, because I know it'll come to me in a day or two. Also, the ease of returns with Amazon. Mm-hmm. And so whenever I buy new clothing through an online retailer, I worry, am I going to have to pay shipping? Am I going to have to pay to return it? It's one of the reasons that I love Stitch Fix, because I get to try it on, wear it, and then if I like it, keep it. If not, then I can send it back.
Yeah, I would say for me, shipping costs, shipping and handling costs, are a big factor. Because with Amazon, most of the time it's free shipping. But with other online retailers, you'll see a really cute shirt and it'll be $15. That's a great price, but then shipping will be $12, and you're like, what? So that's kind of why I don't really go on other websites, just because that alone, when they add everything up, irritates me.
I would say for me, I like to use online shopping for things that I either already know, my size, or already know how it's going to look on me, or if it's not even clothes, if it's a product I already know I need, I'll use it for that. But I like to go in the store when it comes to finding clothes, trying on clothes, finding an outfit. Then that way I can leave with it the same day. I can wear it whenever I want, and I know that I'm not going to have to return it, because I hate returns. I absolutely hate doing them, whether it's online or going back to the store. I don't want to do it, so I only want to go to the store one time, go try it on, and leave with it and be good.
Great. What is the most that you would pay for flat rate shipping? $5, $10, or $15? So that means you can purchase as many things you want, but flat rate shipping.
Definitely $5, because if I shop online, I don't buy a whole bunch of stuff. I might buy 2 or 3 items max, and so if I'm paying $15 for it, then it's that's another top that I could have bought.
Yeah, I would say $5 too. 10 seems too extreme.
Yeah, I think $5 would make me happy. I think probably the most would be 10 if I felt like I was buying it a lot. But it's really hard to sell a one-time flat rate shipping fee when you have places like Amazon or other retailers, offering free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Great. How would you like to be rewarded for purchases within a company? So would you want coupons, exclusive offers, early entrance to shopping events, limited edition clothing? What would be a good reward for you?
I don't, I would prefer to get a discount code. So I know with a lot of brands, when they send you something in the package, they'll also send you here's 10% off your next purchase when you use this code. So I like stuff like that because it encourages you to purchase again from that site, and you also get extra incentive.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely some kind of discount is key. It makes me want to go and continue to shop there. I probably will buy more than I was planning to because I have that discount code. So something like that is always good in some kind of reward program.
I'm more encouraged to buy when I get discounts immediately. So that's great if you're buying right now. But if you get 10% off if you spend 75 or more today, I'm much more inclined to then at that moment spend 75 or more. I can't think of any other reward option that's really very effective. So the idea of getting in early or getting exclusive clothes or whatever doesn't really work.
Great. And then the last question has a couple small parts to it. We're going to do a scaling system. So 1 would be not at all important, and 5 would be very, very important. If you could just rank these, we'll go one at a time. So exclusiveness of brands the company carries. 1 being not at all important and 5 being very important.
A 1 for me.
Yeah, 1.
1.
Okay. The sizes the company carries or the variety of sizes showcased with photos. So the models are wearing these clothing online.
I like that. 5.
3.
I would say 2.
Okay. And companies' shipping prices.
5. And
5.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So that just about wraps it up. We are at 4:53. Does anybody have any questions or concerns?
No.
Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to pause our recording. Or stop the recording. Stop the recording.